Today is the deadline for Iowa's Department of Education to begin laying down the rules for how Governor Reynolds' education law will be implemented. That means guidelines for schools on how to comply and what penalties are in store for those who don't. Local 5's Megan McPherson breaks down where guidance from the department stands. Megan?
Yeah, Larissa, although this law technically went into effect in July, those penalties won't be given until New Year's Day. But the Department of Education started formulating these guidelines last month, and now teachers will begin a new semester with new rules.
Hey, Bert, yes.
For months, educators in Iowa have been finalizing their book lists and preparing for the changes brought on by Governor Reynolds' education law. But starting January 1st, penalties will start to be enforced for those who don't comply.
Individuals will be held accountable for books that are on the shelves that may not meet the particular requirements of their law.
This means any teacher who fails to remove a prohibited book or report a student's request to change their name or pronouns on their registration will first be given a written warning by the department. If they violate the law a second time, their employment could be in jeopardy.
Possible loss of licensure if they are found to be non-compliant with the law, which then would eventually possibly lead to termination of employment and the inability to work in our public schools.
And these rules go beyond the classroom. Various staff members throughout every school will be expected to comply.
It's not just classroom teachers, but it's counselors, school librarians, administrators as well.
The proposed guidelines have faced opposition. Recent lawsuits have been filed by the ISEA, Penguin Random House, and a group of students and parents against Reynolds and the Department of Education. They have requested an injunction, which, if granted, will put a pause on enforcing the law. The judge in both cases said he'll make a decision by the first of the year. And Brannick also told me today that one of the key things missing in the proposed guidelines is a process for reporting any violations of the law. It's unclear how school staff could be reported to the Iowa Department of Education, but as of now, those rules will go into effect on January 1st.